wait. So, because I'm a beautiful woman, the only reason any man ever wants to talk to me is because he wants to fuck me? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't think it's quite that black and white, but I think we both know what men are like.
So on that basis, I should conclude that you wanted to fuck those two models.
There are exceptions.
What makes you an exception?
What makes me an exception is that I happen to be in love with you. And because we're married, and because I would never lie to you or hurt you.
Do you realize that what you're saying is that the only reason you wouldn't fuck those two models is out of consideration for me? Not because you really wouldn't want to.
It's just relax, Alice. This pot is making you aggressive.
No, it's not the pot, it's you. Why can't you ever give me a straight fucking answer?
I was under the impression that's what I was doing. I don't even know what we're arguing about here.
I'm not arguing. I'm just trying to find out where you're coming from.
Where I'm coming from.
Look, let's say, for example, you have some gorgeous woman standing in your office, naked, and you're feeling her fucking tits. Now, what I want to know, what are you really thinking about when you're squeezing them?
Alice, I happen to be a doctor. It's all very impersonal, and you know there's always a nurse present.
So when you're feeling tits, it's nothing more than just your professionalism. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Sex is the last thing on my mind when I'm with a patient.
Now, when she is having her little titties squeezed, do you think she ever has any little fantasies about what handsome Dr. Bill's Dickie might be like?
I can assure you, sex is the last thing on this fucking hypothetical woman patient's mind.
And what makes you so sure?
If for no better reason, because she's afraid of what I might find.
Okay, so after you tell her that everything's fine, what then?
What then? I don't know, Alice. What then? Look. Women don't. They basically just don't think like that.
Millions of years of evolution. Right? Right? Men have to stick it in every place they can, but for women it is just about security and commitment and whatever the fuck else.
A little oversimplified, Alice, but yes, something like that.
If you men only knew.
I'll tell you what I do know is you got a little stoned tonight, you've been trying to pick a fight with me, and now you're trying to make me jealous.
But you're not the jealous type, are you?
No, I'm not.
You've never been jealous about me, have you?
No, I haven't.
And why haven't you ever been jealous about me?
Well, I don't know, Alice. Maybe because you're my wife. Maybe because you're the mother of my child. And I know you would never be unfaithful to me.
You are very, very sure of yourself, aren't you?
No. I'm sure of you. Do you think that's funny? Now we get the fucking laughing fit, right?
Do you remember last summer at Cape Cod?
Yes.
Do you remember one night in the dining room, there was this young naval officer, and he was sitting near our table with two other officers?
No.
The waiter brought him a message, which point he left. Nothing rings a bell?
No.
Well, I first saw him that morning in the lobby. He was checking into the hotel, and he was following the bellboy with his luggage to the elevator. He glanced at me as he walked past, just a glance. Nothing more. But I could hardly move. That afternoon, Helena went to the movies with her friend, and you and I made love. And we made plans about our future. And we talked about Helena. And yet, at no time was he ever out of my mind. And I thought, if he wanted me, even if it was only for one night, I was ready to give up everything. You, Helena, my whole fucking future. Everything. And yet it was weird, because at the same time, you were dearer to me than ever. And at that moment, my love for you was both tender and sad. I barely slept that night. And I woke up the next morning in a panic. I didn't know whether I was afraid that he had left, or that he might still be there. But by dinner, I realized he was gone.